Enzo, that's definitely a game you won't forget for a long time. How proud are you of your players and that performance?
Yeah, very proud. The performance for me was top until 85 minutes. Then they stopped the game and it's start completely different game. You know, when you are inside more than 1 hour, it's not easy. But again, 1-1, and then we continue to play. And at the end, I think the reward has been the one that we deserve.
What were you saying to your players in that break? How did you keep them going? Because it must be so hard mentally as well going back out.
Yeah, especially when it's 85 minutes. It's 5 minutes to go. It's very difficult. But we try to keep them in the best way we could in that moment. And at the end, we are in the first 8 teams here in this competition and we are very happy.
That penalty Angel Di Maria scored, did you think it was a penalty, Gusto?
No, the problem is that it's not foul. The penalty comes from a free kick that is not foul. But sometimes it's better if... No, the handball, yes. I mean, the free kick, yes, it's coming. That is not free kick. But sometimes it's better if you don't say what you think about referee, because I think overall today we deserve to win the game and better talk about the team and not about the referee.
Just finally, wanted to ask you a question because there are reports that Jamie Gittens is going to sign from Borussia Dortmund. What can you tell us about that? I know he's with another team now.
Yeah, we are in the first 8. We are here, we are happy, and then we see.
Palmeiras next, feeling confident?
Yeah. Now we need to recover players, recover energy, go again.
Thanks, Enzo.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I've been waiting to say this. So Chelsea weathered the storm.
You're here all night.
I've been waiting for it for a few hours.
Finally.
Chelsea did weather the storm. But this must be some sort of world record, by the way, because the time between the goals, 2 hours and 27 minutes and 50 seconds. I mean, that must be some sort of world record between goals, no?
Yeah, it has to be. I mean, it was crazy. It had everything, didn't it, really? I mean, when we came back after the weather delay, then it goes into extra time, you know, they score and then they end up scoring that penalty, and it was just, it had everything really,
dramatic end to the game, isn't
Yeah.
it?
It's
Should
an
we look at the goals? Let's have a look at the goals, because we do want to go home here. Let's have a look. This feels like it was yesterday, and it was yesterday. This, Reece James.
Yeah, fantastic goal here. I think, the goalkeeper wouldn't want to see this again. I know we've talked about the wall, but take nothing away from the free kick. Reece James knew exactly what he was doing. The keeper, I think, you know, if he looks at this again, he wouldn't want to be beaten on your near post. So for me, disappointing from the goal. He made a couple of mistakes. I think leading into this game, you know, he's played really, really well, but a few mistakes today that's cost them the game.
All right, this one, very controversial. The VAR team deemed to have handballed this deliberately.
Those are the laws, but for me, that's why the law has to change, because that is not a penalty for me. Like I said, the rules are the rules, and that is supposed to be given, but I think that needs to change. There's no way Gusto's looking at it. We touched upon Angel Di Maria before the game when we spoke about his penalty technique. I mean, I don't even know what the keeper can do in these situations, because the ref blows a whistle. It's such a great technique, isn't it, that he puts it in the back of the net, Mr. Reliable.
Yeah, now this, I guess, is what changed the game. Prestiani, this is his first yellow card.
Yeah.
And then, this is the second one.
Yeah, there's no question about it.
And it is a yellow card, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no question about it. You know, clumsy tackle.
Bit of a mistouch.
Mistouch, and then he tried to get to the ball, but it was just clumsy, you know. But definitely a second yellow card, red card.
It seems as though he's trying to tell the ref to go and have a look at it when it's such an obvious... This is a bit silly from Cole Palmer, though. You don't want to see this in his game.
No, you don't want to see that.
On the first action, when you see it, it doesn't look that bad, but that second replay, that doesn't look good at all, does it?
Yeah, this is the goal that really ended the game. Nkunku. Fantastic work from Caicedo. Again, the goalkeeper spills it, but Nkunku to kind of keep following it up, you've got to...
He had to. Again, another mistake from Tribune. You know, we talked about him before the game. He's had a brilliant tournament so far. But today is just one of those days. You know, you just need to forget about it.
Otamendi.
Here.
He's trying to...
With those double tackle, I don't know what he's trying to do, but credit to Nkunku to quickly had to turn around, and then we can see what it means for the manager. Look at that, the celebration.
He's upset to get thrown away there. You can see he's a bit upset to get thrown away. And then 2 became 3 very quickly. And this man's been fantastic for Chelsea in this tournament. 3 games, 3 goals, Leah.
Yeah, I mean, when you have sometimes too much time, you know, you make the wrong decision. But he was brilliant. I mean, look, he's looking to the left to see if anyone's there. Gives it a little look. We spoke about Tribune being so good at making himself big. But that's a fantastic finish from Neto.
I still think we should get Tribune, though.
Yeah. Fair play to Dewsbury Hall here as well, because, you know, he hasn't had the greatest Chelsea career, but that's a great finish.
Yeah.
You know, to be fair, they were creating overload since Benfica went down to 10 players. It was always a 3v1 situation at the back, and that seemed to change everything, didn't it?
Yeah, the composure of him here, just to look at the goalkeeper and just that little dink. Perfect goal. Like you said, he hasn't had the perfect Chelsea career so far, but maybe that might just help him a little bit.
I'm about to say that he'll love that, Enzo, right? Two of the subs that maybe haven't featured as much, and Nkunku and Dewsbury Hall getting on the score sheet. That's good for both of them.
Yeah, I think watching the game as well, I think when Nkunku came into the game, he looked really sharp. He looked like a different player. He was sharp, he was moving around, he wanted the ball, he was making runs behind. Maybe he might just have come off his injury problems. Let's hope for that, because he's a fantastic player. I don't know what the situation, if he's going to stay, if he's going to leave, but I hope from this game he might build a little bit of confidence going to help him going forward.
Yeah, I think we're all shattered, but it was an enjoyable game. When you kind of remove the 2-hour gap, it was actually an enjoyable game of football.
Yeah, I think the game ended how we expected it to end in normal time, didn't it, really? You know, I think Chelsea would have deserved winners.
Yeah.
Okay, Leanne, thank you very much. I'll be Miguel, thank you very much as well. All right, coming up.
To give you from here in the mix zone at the Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, just frustrations are growing. It seems to be a waiting game now. Chelsea's owner, Bedad Iqbali, has come down to the dressing room, obviously, to talk to the players, and apparently they're still going, keeping moving on the exercise bikes. They're keeping up. He's Director of Global Transfers, Paul Winstanley, is here as well. He's been in the tunnel. I know there's been a report that Jamie Gittins from Borussia Dortmund is due to become a Chelsea player very soon. I was going to ask Enzo Maresca about that after the game, so interesting to see what happens there. If he does sign for Chelsea, he's not going to play for them during the Club World Cup, because obviously he is a part of Borussia Dortmund's squad. But Enzo Maresca has been walking around here. He actually came into the mix zone at one point. He was sort of just stood at the tunnel looking out, because it actually looks quite bright. It's not raining. We can't hear any thunder. We can't see any lightning, but obviously the people that know there is thunder and lightning around. So now we just got to cross our fingers. We're also hearing that the Bayern Munich players are actually flying from their base in Orlando to Miami, where they have a game against Flamengo tomorrow, but they cannot take off. And Chelsea obviously need to get back to Miami, to their base as well. So it's looking like it could be a very long night for Chelsea.
Interesting. So it's not just affecting the teams now, it's affecting other games as well. I heard that Bayern Munich can't fly to their game. Something needs to some sort of resolution needs to come out of this, because, again, it's frustrating for everyone, isn't it? I mean, there'll be people watching this at home who like hearing from us, but would rather see Chelsea play, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think lessons will be learnt from this, because ultimately the format's changed of this FIFA Club World Cup. I think it's been a brilliant tournament so far, and I think, you know, it's divided a lot of people's opinions, but I think right now it gives people an excuse to kind of say something negative about the tournament, which I kind of understand to a certain degree. But I think, again, safety...
I honestly don't think it's anything negative. The tournament has been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. Yeah.
You know, people thought it wasn't going to be this great. It's been absolutely... We've seen some really, really good games, you know, good goals. And also the way that not just the fans, the managers, the players, they've taken it very, very seriously. Every team wants to win it. So for me, it's been absolutely fantastic. And it's interesting to know, you know, the players now, you know, they're going to, even we are stretching, you know, we've been stretching here, trying to stretch our legs. I'm sure the players, they're all going to be stretching, because if you come out and you haven't stretched properly, this is when players get injured. Hopefully, fingers crossed, nobody's going to get injured.
One thing Alex did give us was a bit of transfer information, which is interesting. Jamie Gittins, who currently plays for Borussia Dortmund. He's here with Borussia Dortmund. Looks like that transfer to Chelsea has gone through. He was with Chelsea as a very, very young boy. He's now back to Chelsea, you could say.
Yeah, fair play to Alex for bringing us that during the rain delay. That's unbelievable, isn't it? We know how unbelievable she is anyway. But yeah, I mean, it's a great sign, and he was there. Sometimes, you know, like Jamal Musiala was at Chelsea. Then he has to go over to the Bundesliga. Like, sometimes it doesn't work out the first time. I mean, Chelsea wanted Declan Rice back, and he was at the academy. So sometimes you need to go away, come back. But it's a great signing.
Okay. We do have some shots from...
You know, we spoke about it before, about the injury situation. You know, you hope players don't come out. I think Chelsea fans and Chelsea players be like, we want to get the game over and done with. Why don't we just call it? If you're a Benfica fan, you wouldn't be saying just call the game. There's 4 minutes in football.
It's a long time.
When you consider probably a stoppage time as well, 8 minutes or so. Do you know what I mean? So like, I still think there's an opportunity in this game. But yeah, I think like for Cole Palmer and the players, I'm sure they are frustrated because it's unfamiliar territory, isn't it? For all the players, like this doesn't happen in England. It doesn't really happen in Europe for players to have to go in for this long. I think this is probably the longest rain delay we've had during this tournament.
I think it's
now over an hour.
I think it's whoever comes out with the right attitude. Again, you know, some players might come out thinking, oh, I have to go again. But whoever comes out straight away with the right attitude, but obviously it might have a chance of, you know, we have to see the game through. Benfica, obviously, they're thinking they have to come back into the game. So we have to make sure we come back into the game with the right attitude.
I guess if you are part of the Chelsea team and work in the sports science department, this is where you earn your money. Because you mentioned there about taking on gels, no solids. Obviously, they'll be hydrated as well. This is all key, isn't it? This is all very important as well.
Exactly. Now you have those guys, obviously, where they earn their money, you know, the sports science, the fitness guys, they're going to be looking at the players, looking at where they're walking, you know, who's going where. Because, you know, players might sneak into the toilet, might have a sneak bar, whatever it is.
Sounds like experience talking there.
You don't want that. So I think they're going to be marshaled. They're going to go wherever they go. But hopefully, you know, we come out and make sure we see this game out.
Yeah, indeed. Hopefully we get some action for you guys in a minute.
Which will be 15 minutes and then finish the game off. But obviously there is a lot of frustration. Cole Palmer has actually just come out the Chelsea dressing room and asked what's going on, because they're annoyed. They want to get going. They want to win this game and book their place in the quarterfinals of the Club World Cup. I asked them what's going on in the dressing room. They said, well, they're trying to keep as active as possible. They're on the exercise bikes. They're doing keepy-uppies. Enzo Maresca is giving instructions to his players. He said a lot of time in there with them. And of course, they need to refuel as well, but no solids, just lots of gels and liquids on board, because despite the clouds, it is still really warm here in Charlotte. And there is a rainbow, which is hopefully an optimistic sign that the clouds are going to lift, the blue skies are going to come back, and there is no more lightning in the area, so we can get this game back on track and hopefully bring you some great post-match reaction as well. Speak to Reece James after that brilliant free kick, the second direct free kick he scored for Chelsea. Looking forward to hearing how happy he is about that.
There you go.